This is a very interesting question. It's the first time I've heard it, but it makes a whole lot of sense. Nelson asks, why do I get a pause when I say I have no Facebook account at an interview? There's no hard and fast answer to this one. It's the 21st century, and not being on social media seems more odd than to be on it. The reason for the pause is that they're surprised. It's not good or bad that you don't have a Facebook account. It's just strange because the majority of people do. And depending what type of position you're interviewing for, that could be very important, especially if it's more of a social type interview and they want to make sure that you'll fit in with the rest of the team. But they can't ask you. They're never going to say to you, that's where you don't have one. They could just say, oh, okay. It's the same thing as not having a picture on your profile on LinkedIn. When the majority of people do have their pictures on LinkedIn, the person who doesn't is the one who stands out. And then that starts to bring up, questions and concerns. When I first started with LinkedIn, for example, many years ago, rarely did people have their pictures on. And so it wasn't a big deal if someone didn't have it on. But now I won't even look at a LinkedIn profile unless there's a picture there. And in this day and age of technology with, catfishing, people not knowing who is whom. However, an interview, more a social-minded position, it's marketing or sales or something like that. But if you're an engineer in the back house of a company, I don't know why that would be important. So if anything, I would say it's more of a jealousy thing. And if someone feels uncomfortable and they're in a position of hiring you, they don't want to feel uncomfortable. So you may actually not get moved forward because they just don't feel comfortable with somebody that's not on board with what the majority of the world in that age group is doing. But these are not things they could tell you, and these are probably things they don't even know. But I can tell you from myself, although I would not hire somebody because they didn't have a Facebook page, I would be thinking, what are they trying to hide? The other thing could be leadership. And that may sound funny. You're like, well, what's Facebook have to do with leadership? And what I mean by that is the main reason I'm there is because I'm in charge of a lot of different groups. And if I'm not the administrator, if I'm not taking care of it, then nobody else is going to. Also in this day and age, especially with COVID-19 and people can't leave their house, it shows that you are a social person, that you can be part of a team, that you're not a loner. I mean, those are things to look at, but anything that stands out as different is often subconsciously critiqued and thought to be bad. That's just how the human brain works. It's sociology and psychology 101. I'm really curious what position it's for that the person asked you about this. You can send me an email to andrew@askasalesrecruiter.com. I'm just fascinated by this, and I love getting feedback. Talk to you soon.